welcome to Lanmou Tarot. This is a general reading for the collective for Friday, January the 25th. And I've been shuffling and meditating on the energies for the day. And I do hope this message from Spirit resonates with you. And if it does, please like, subscribe, comment, and any advice that you may have is welcome. And of course, share with anyone that you think may benefit from this message. And I'm just gonna do a little bit more shuffling on camera, and I'll be ready to start. Okay. And I do try to keep this reading short and sweet. And these cards are quite large, so that's why I do a lot of shuffling off camera and not picking those up. Okay. So I can take my time to really shuffle the cards, okay? First card we have is the Four of Wands, the Lovers, and the Stars card. Oh wow, talking about twin flame soulmate relationship here, aren't we? And at the bottom of the deck we have the Two of Pentacles, and those cards literally, I think we had the Four of Wands and the Lovers earlier in the week as well. So it's quite interesting. Of course, the message is a slightly different here, but for some of you, it's almost like an evolution of a situation you've been dealing with. Please go back and look at the other readings from the beginning of the week, and to see how that message from Spirit, how what's the evolution there, how it started, and how today's message relates to the other ones, okay? To have an idea of where Spirit is leading you here. So the Four of Wands by itself we always see as the honeymooners card. You know, this is like, it seems like a wedding celebration was just had. You can see people in the far distance still dancing, and here they are with their bouquet, you know, walking away from the party on their way to their honeymoon. You have this beautiful four postal there that create a sense of a canopy, right? It's just happiness, right? Life is good, everyone's happy, all the problems are away, you know, from our consciousness at this point. We're just enjoying the moment with our loved ones and feeling quite stable, right? In our foundation, we're feeling quite stable in our relationship, feeling quite comfortable with those people we're sharing this beautiful moment with. And here we have the the Lovers, which is the Six. And the Lovers, I rarely ever see it as a decision card, unless, as we have here, we have that those Two of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. And I almost said that the Six of Swords, I don't know where that came from. And we know Six of Swords deal with moving away from a challenging situation, moving away from problems, moving away from conflict, right? That's the image of the there's a sense of travel as well with the Six of Swords. So there is a decision to be made. For some of you, having the Two of Pentacles there, you're waiting it out, okay? It's not yet decision time. You're still in the process of trying to decide which way you want to go, right? Behind you is quite choppy water. The boat is about to, look at this, like they're barely holding on here. The waves are so big, but you like facing the other way, almost you don't even see what's brewing behind you, right? All this troubled water and all those people that may be fighting for their life right there in those two boats, you don't even see that, right? And it's funny that I said this, I almost said the Six of Swords looking at this card, because that's the image of the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords is literally you see the choppy water and you see that little boat moving away to calmer water. And here's that person, and I truly believe that the decision that you may be trying to make, or someone in your life may be trying to make, is about moving away from problems, moving away from troubled water, okay? And they're thinking really hard, they're taking their time in making that decision. And look at here what's in the middle of it. As we in making that decision, that creates the infinity symbol, right? It creates that, you know, horizontal 8 there. So that tells me this is the infinity symbol. Having that right there with the Lovers card, it's a very important decision. It's a decision that perhaps you've had to make before, or you had to make in regards to someone that you, from your past, from a past life, right? It's a decision that you may have to make again, or it's a decision, it's a repeated cycle with that, whatever the issue is, whatever this person is, it's a repeated cycle, okay? And you're taking your time here, you're taking your time in making that decision. And it's interesting how he's wearing green shoes, and the infinity symbol is also in green, and green we know is the heart chakra, okay? So that also tell me it's a very heartfelt decision. When that decision is made, that decision is being made with a lot of not just thought but also compassion, also there's a lot of feelings. And we see the red there also deals with passion, right? So usually seeing those two cards here tells me twin flame, and especially the way they're sitting next to each other there. Let me raise them up so you guys can see. This is like, I see those numbers a lot, okay, on the clock. You know how we talk about numbers, seeing 111, 333, 444. I'm always seeing those numbers. The other numbers I see a lot is like 717, 808, 818, 909. I see a lot of 12, 21. And here we have that 4. It's like an inverse version of the number. So that's clearly tell us like it's a mirror image of that number, that really not just in the cards themselves, but even the numbers, the way they're laying next to each other there tells us it's like the twin flame. Tell us it's a twin flame, a soulmate, someone that you really share a deep connection with, someone you really share a soul with. And with that infinity symbol here, it's a story that has happened before, that will happen again. You're still working towards the star, okay? You're still working towards your wish fulfillment with that story. And having this year in this position, it will be have, okay? You will come to that wish. I don't know why I keep saying it will be have. I don't even know if that's proper grammar, but I've been saying that all week. But having the star card here, it's telling me that your wish will be granted, okay? That decision will lead you to your wish granted, and that decision deal with someone that you're deeply connected with, okay? And the way that it's it's a bunch of nude people here. They're in clothes, but you have we have in the Lovers, you have the both feminine and masculine energy in the nude, and here you have this feminine looking body here in the nude, right? Pouring water, you know, out of those jugs, almost like abundance of emotion, to the point where like she has to give back some back to the earth, some back to the water. 1 foot on earth, one foot in the water, right? She's surrounded by stars, 4 on one side, 3 on one side, but the biggest star of all is that yellow star. That's the wish. That's the final wish. That's the wish fulfillment card we have here. And now let's see. So this is number 17, which rolls down to an 8. That's why we have those 8 stars. And 8 also deals with communication. It deals with yeah. So for some of you, you may have to, that wish being granted will be communicated to you in some way. The star card also deals with healing. So once you choose that path, whichever way you want to go towards, you make that decision. You leave behind this troubled water. Look at here, we have very calm water, right? You will it will be a wish come true for you. Whatever decision you make, it will be the right decision. So don't beat yourself too hard. Yes, take your time to debate, take your time to decide, take your time to evaluate the situation. But just so you know that you're guided, because what we have here on the Lover's card, it's the angel, right? You have this brightly shining sun in the back, which is a resounding yes. This is protection, it's enlightenment. And you have the angel again. And I'm thinking this is Archangel Raphael. And Archangel Raphael deals with healing, deals with the heart chakra. Archangel Raphael, if you're having relationship problem, is there archangel that will help you with that. Especially if you say that he will assist you in getting better. And we have another healing card. So it's a protected connection. It's a protected soulmate relationship. It's a protected relationship, okay? And your wish, it has already been granted. So yes, take your time to make a decision, but just so you know, you cannot go wrong. We have a flipper. So we have pay attention to the red flag. Well, pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. Okay, that's the one that flipped. And we have at the bottom of the deck, express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. So this is kind of like those two sides, okay, of the coin that you're waiting out here, that you're flipping. Those two coins that you're trying to go like, which way do I go, right? Do you express your love, or do you just kind of like pay attention to those red signs? I feel like you're in the position you're trying to decide between those two. Perhaps it's a relationship that have problem. There's no perfect relationship, and you're trying to decide, do I give this a second chance? Do I express myself and let it be known? Then that takes a lot of courage, especially if there are doubts, if you're having doubts, whether it's your own doubt or you're having doubts about the person that you're dealing with, or whether you pay attention to the negative aspect of the relationship. And what I will tell you is, do both. Why not? Right? Do both. And this is the card that just jumped and it fell on the floor. Here, it's eagle. See from a higher perspective. And at the bottom of the deck, we had moon. Take note of intuitive messages. Oh, that is so beautiful. And it's a full moon too. Right after our full moon we just have. So we'll start with eagle. I feel like you're being told here not just to see things from a higher perspective, but also to be courageous, right? When we think of the eagle, even in this picture here, you see those wings, right? That wingspan. You just kind of like spread your wings, right? Expand your view. Don't concentrate too much. And I know we see this card, and maybe that's what you're doing right now as you're weighing out those two sides of the situation, which way to go. Perhaps you're putting too much weight on the red flags, on the negative aspect, or what could go wrong, or what has gone wrong in the past. Who knows? Because with that infinity symbol, we know that's a situation you had to deal with before, or someone you had to deal with before. So the eagle is asking you to see things from a higher perspective. So don't just look at the situation from this 3D dimension. I'm sorry, from this 3D perspective. Don't just looking at it as like, tit for tat, or this happened, maybe that will happen again. Remember, this is your soulmate. This is what we have here. This is a soulmate relationship, perhaps even a twin flame relationship. Okay, having the lovers, the forward. This is like quite clear. That is a very deep connection. If you don't like those labels, you don't know which one you fall into. It's not important. Just so you know, this is a divinely guided relationship. This is a divinely protected connection. Okay, so you need to look at it not just from this pain view of this lifetime, of this boy and me girl and all those problems we had, but we know I really care about her. Look at it from, this person is my person. There's something bigger here that needs to be protected, that this love is important, and this love needs to be nurtured. Okay, that's what the eagle is asking you to do. I feel almost I want to read a little bit more in the book about it to see if they give us um anything else. Let's see here. And folks, as always, when you are reading those when you're watching these readings, also always pay attention. Okay, so if you see eagle, if eagle means something to you, or you've had dreams about eagle, you always have sighting of eagles, it has a personal meaning to you, take that into consideration. That may be a quite personal message for you. Okay, so if the star card, when you see it, all you see is wish upon a star, and that your wish is granted, you don't think about healing, or it has a very specific deep meaning to you, that take that. That may be a personal message. That message may have greater significance to you than this reading, because it's a general reading. Okay, I'm reading for the general collective energy, and I'm reading based on what's flowing through me. I'm not clear audience. I don't hear messages, but the message kind of like goes through me. And there are times that it's overwhelming if I cannot interpret it properly, where I have to literally kind of like just let go and just let spirit take over. I don't know how to explain it. It's just, I just know how I experience it. But what I'm trying to say is these are general readings, so make sure that when you're listening to them, that you pay attention to the symbols that are calling you. Okay. Also, this is there must have been a reason that I wanted to read to look at this, because there's a message there for somebody. So in the extended message, I tell you that to basically harness the energy of the eagle. The eagle is a powerful, strong, and courageous guide who is able to see for miles, right? Broaden your perspective. That's what we're trying to say here. Okay? Let go. The message is also telling you to see things higher, from a higher perspective, and to move beyond the limitations of your ego and your selfish desires. So don't be driven by your ego. Don't be driven by pride. Okay? Concentrate on the love. Concentrate on the love. Don't just go about all the negativity, anything that could go wrong, because there's always something that could go wrong. You cannot control that. Know that you are protected. Know that the sun is shining on you. Know that your family and friends support you. Know that the star, you have been granted your wish. Okay? Just know all this stuff, and it's okay for you to express your love. So concentrate on the love. And look here, follow your intuition also. At the bottom of the card, what did we have? We had the moon. And the moon tells us the note of intuitive message. Take note of intuitive message. So don't just be thinking with your mind and making that decision. There is no swords card here. Okay, there's no swords card. They're not as spirit is not asking you to think this through so much. Don't take too long in thinking this, in evaluating the situation. Connect to your heart. Okay, meditate on your heart chakra. Connect to your heart. Remember, why is this that means so much? This situation, this relationship means so much to you. Okay, connect to that energy and follow your intuition. Listen to the messages that are coming through your intuition, and you will not go wrong, because spirit has your back. Your angel have your back. And I do hope this reading is helpful to you. And if it resonates, please leave a comment. And remember, as always, love is the only answer.